Offensive line right now.
Definitely, they've made strides that I don't think anybody expected. Whether it's physicality or their footwork or their pad level, they're getting better every day, and you're seeing a lot more knockdowns by the offensive line now. They're starting to. A lot of the guys didn't have a whole lot of experience, so they're familiar with the offense. There's no those nervous ticks. There's nothing like that. So they're just getting down and lining up, and the physicality's stepped up big time.
I know it's the other side of the ball, but Rashawn Golden looks like a guy who just flies around and likes to hit people.
Yeah.
What have you seen out of Rashawn this spring?
Rashawn's doing some good things. He's had some setbacks. Last season he might have hurt his wrist or something, but he's finally healthy now, which is big time. And he's a real physical guy. He's not scared to stick his nose in there. He's got arguably one of the best, press techniques. He's going to jam you when you get on the ball. I mean, today he got under my pads one time. When he presses up, he's really physical, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play this year.
Given what a good freshman year you had, what's the next step for you?
Next step's just taking what I had last year, build on it, and just become that much more of a dynamic player, ensuring every ball that's thrown to me is caught, and making every block. Biggest thing is now that I'm familiar with offense and not a whole lot of things are changing, that I can just mentally lock down and not have any mental errors. Every freshman has them. And now that I'm not a freshman anymore, I feel like I definitely know the offense that much more in and out, and won't have any mental mistakes that may have happened last year.
How much bigger and stronger are you than when you arrived?
A lot. I came in and I've had almost a full year and a half underneath the weight training here, and Coach Lawson and his guys and Miss Allison, they do a great job of giving us the proper diets and lifting programs to the point that, some guys come in and you can't even recognize their bodies anymore, and I feel like I've definitely molded my body into the kind of player that I want to be, and I feel a lot more explosive and slim down a little bit and feel a little bit faster as well.
What is the difference in the weight and maybe some of the lifts?
My body weight hasn't really changed at all. I'm still around 240 to 242. Ideally, by the season, I would like to be 250, but I don't want to lose any of the explosiveness and speed that I've gained through the winter workouts. But my lifts have gone up a decent amount, so it's really pleasing, and it really makes you want to go back in there and start lifting some more.
Ethan, you guys are, I think, 6 spring practices in. You're able to scrimmage a lot today. What do you feel like the offense has accomplished thus far?
We came out there and pads are popping. Physicality is doing really well. Obviously, it's only the 6th day, so some technique stuff needs to be cleaned up, and that's expected. But we've been making strides every day. We haven't taken any steps back. We're just taking a step forward each day. So that's really encouraging that we're doing that. As far as the pass game standpoint, there's the chemistry starting to come back between the receivers and Dobbs, and timing and all that stuff, which is great to see. We made some really nice plays, through the air today, and it's just overall encouraging that we're able to move the ball that much.
What have you seen out of Alvin Kamara? It seems like he's been able to add an explosive element.
Definitely, he's done a great job, and honestly, I didn't really know much about him before he got here. I just know that he's a hard worker, and he doesn't say much. Comes in, does his work, and he's got great vision. I was mentioning that earlier, and he's not scared to stick his nose in there. He's got incredible quickness and change of direction, so he's definitely going to be a good element to our run game.
How much improvement have you seen with the offensive line? It seems like they were able to open up more holes for him too.
Yeah, the offensive line is, last year there wasn't a whole lot of experience with them, but now that they've got all that and they've got a whole year of meetings and playing time underneath their belt, they can focus more on their footwork now, and their footwork is incredibly different than last year. So that's a plus, and then their physicality, they're getting stronger every day in the weight room, so it's big to see that as well.
Then where are you better? What areas have you improved in, do you think?
I think my route running's gotten a lot better. I've been more explosive with, just kind of trimming my body fat down and, replacing it with muscle. Definitely through the testing and stuff, I've gotten a lot more explosive, and that's allowing me to come in and out of my breaks faster and just overall be faster in a straight line. So it's providing me a better chance to get open and make those plays, whether it be in the middle of the field or wherever. So I feel like that's the biggest improvement in my game right now.
Can you describe for us what it was like sometimes last year when you're out there next to Coleman and he's next to Robertson, those Three freshmen on this side of the ball. That ever occurred to you while you were out there?
Yeah, that was funny because during the season, me and Jay Sean and Coleman and Jalen were all roommates, so it was kind of cool that we always try to find a picture. We were all four in there, so it's awesome being with freshmen, but then being lined up next to your two roommates, you want to do all you can to help them out. So that was a really cool feeling. And then unfortunately Coleman got hurt last spring, twisted an ankle or something like that, or last season.
Yeah.
So he had to miss a few games, but definitely when we were all lined up, it was a great feeling, and we all had that chemistry, and we all wanted to play for each other right next to us. So it was big.
Is your little brother still headed this way?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's coming in June after track, so I'm excited for him to get down here and start working, put some weight on him. So.
Is there anyone defensively in team drills that's kind of popped out to you that has caught your attention going up against them?
I think LaTroy Lewis has made some big steps from last year. He's obviously had a very productive winter. He got a lot stronger that I've found out the hard way, having to block him just about every play. And then someone mentioned it earlier, Galden's made some big strides last year. He came in, I think he might have battled an injury last fall. I'm not too sure there, but he's definitely, he's healthy now, and he's real explosive, and he's physical, and he's not scared. He don't care how big you are. He's going to come down and he's going to hit you hard. So he's someone that's really been impressing me. So him, LaTroy, and then Reeves Maven, I'm really excited to see play this year as well.
It's good to see.